how do circulatory systems work? So again, the question could be framed differently in different contexts, but the principal idea here is the idea of mass flow and mass transport of nutrients and gases. Okay, so the key idea here is, and remember, there's different types of circulatory system. There's the simplest ones are open circulatory systems. Then they become closed, and there's kind of certain advantages to have a closed circulatory system. Then we have closed circulatory systems, which are kind of double circulatory systems, double circ systems. So with each one, there's kind of an improvement, and with each one, there's the circulatory system can support more cells. So how does this work? So just a very basic, we've got the heart, which acts as a pump. Then you have terrible drawing, but then you've got the blood vessels. So the number of components is very small. There's 3 components. The first is the pump, which is the heart in most cases. Then you've got the blood vessels, and then finally, in the blood vessels, you've got a transport medium. Okay? Now let's quickly go over how this thing works. So first is that you've got a transport medium that, it's usually water, that is very good at dissolving the substances that need to be transported. So transport medium acts as solvent. For substances to be transported. Okay, so we're talking about glucose, we're talking about carbon dioxide, we're talking about oxygen, we're talking about amino acids. All those things dissolve in the transport medium, and so they can all be transported by that transport medium. 2, we have got the pump. Okay, so we've got the pump that what it does is it contracts. And as it contracts, it increases the pressure on the transport medium. So it increases the pressure on the transport medium, which makes the transport medium then moves. Okay, remember, from high pressure to low pressure. So the transport medium moves, and because the transport medium moves, the nutrients get transported. Okay? Right, now, the blood vessels keep transport medium under pressure. So if you've got blood vessels, they keep the transport medium under pressure, and the longer you keep that transport medium under pressure, the further the transport medium can move. And the further the transport medium can move, the bigger the organism can be. Okay? So blood vessels keep transport medium under pressure, allowing it to be moved greater distances. Okay? And the end result of this is that the substances that are dissolved in the transport medium get transported by mass flow, okay, over very great distances. So that diffusion distance is now kind of taken out of the equation, because we are not relying on things to diffuse over great distances. Over very great distances, move by mass flow, and then what that means is this increases, and this is a very important point, this increases the concentration gradient near cells. Okay, so what we are doing is, let's say if we do have oxygen here, we're moving it around the body by mass flow. So we get the oxygen and we move it to this point by mass flow. Okay, so I'm just going to label that. That's moving at that point. It's moving because of the flow of the blood. So that's mass flow. But once oxygen is at this point here, and you've got cells around that need it, because we're moving the oxygen by mass flow, we're increasing the concentration of oxygen that's near these cells. Okay? And because the oxygen concentration is high there, it can then happily diffuse at a sufficient rate into these cells. Okay? And the same is true for carbon dioxide moving in the opposite direction. Because we're constantly moving the CO2 away from the cells by mass flow again, because of that, we are maintaining a low concentration of carbon dioxide near these cells, and so carbon dioxide then happily moves out of these cells and into the blood vessels to be carried away under mass flow to be removed at some other place. Okay, so that's the key point about how circulatory systems work. Pressure, transport medium, the movement of the transport medium within the blood vessels, and that maintains our concentration gradient near cells, and therefore we have a high rate of diffusion of things like oxygen, glucose, carbon dioxide, wastes such as urea. Just remember in the directions in which they're moving.